Welcome to the how to distribute your stat guide for priest and wizard and caster classes between intelligence and dexterity. So as you all may or may not know, intelligence gives you a small amount of cast time reduction, not as much as dexterity. People are usually asking what's the good balance between the two of them, right? So you'll notice here that if you go all the way max dexterity, you'll get minus 19%, right? But if you actually go 50-50, so let's put plus 50 for both right now, right? So plus 50, it was 19 earlier, now it's 11. But once you go for int, because int is cheaper than dexterity right now, you can see it go up slowly but surely. So now it's at minus 15. So if we max dex out all the way, we'll get to minus 19. But what if we actually pump dex up int up to 60 instead? Now we're at minus 20. So it's actually better for cast time. Plus you get more intelligence. You get more magic attack by keeping them close to like a 1-to-1 ratio. And you can kind of play it around with it a little bit, right? So it's like, oh, it's like if I put 2 more dex, let's say if I put like 3, 4, 5 more intelligence, I would get another 1%. But since they're both the same value, I could actually put 2 dex, 1 int, and then I would get more variable cast time. Now obviously the way that this scales is generally because dex tends to give ballpark like 0.2 variable cast time reduction per point, and then intelligence gives like 0.12 cast time reduction, but that kind of fluctuates depending on your current variable cast time given by both stats. So it diminishes a little bit as you get later on. And you'll notice this too, it doesn't get affected by gear, because if you take off all your gear, let's say like I remove all this right now, remove all gear, because the variable cast time is lower now as a base, it will give more value to dex and int. And that's the diminishing returns that I was talking about. Regardless, it's still going to be the same, because if you go all the way to dexterity, 96 right now, I get 38%, right? But if you go say 60 again, let's go 60 again, right? You go 60 dex, 60 intelligence, you actually get minus 36, and then you can play around a little bit. You still have some stats to work with. Boom, there you go, 37%. Right? You put more dex in there, and then boom, minus 38%. Versus going all out with dex, which gives you minus 38%, but only gives you plus 22 magic attack. Versus, here you go, you still get 38%, minus 38% variable cast time, but at the same time, you also get 120 versus the 22 magic attack that you got earlier. So that is how you maximize your M attack and variable cast time gain, regardless if you have gear or variable cast time, and regardless if you are just free to play and don't have as much cards to up your variable cast time a little bit. Hopefully that helps. People who are watching the stream, you'll get that info first. Obviously, for the people that are not watching the stream and waiting for the video to come out, now you guys know as well. If you want to know info like this a lot sooner, then tune in, come hang out at the stream, and I usually do all these tests and you'll get to see it live.